Hi. So, my hair pretty much represents what the hell my day was. Let's see, today is, what the hell today? Today's Friday? Yeah, today's Friday. Had to think about it for a second. Just got done building a wheelchair ramp for one of my neighbors. He is such an asshole. Always has been. And the sad part is he's like, yep. Alright, so little update. Yesterday, I don't think I posted a video yesterday. I have not been living up to my my side of the bargain about putting out a video every day. So yesterday I went, I think I did. Yeah, I talked about the ramp falling down. No, that was Wednesday. Yeah. So this is going to be a confusing video. So let's see. Yesterday, went through, built some doors for a customer, sold that to him. $500 some. Went and loaded up a ton of stuff to go out to the flea market. Was out at the flea market today. Unloaded a whole trailer full of displays. Got all the displays that I bought set up. Moved all the tables around. I meant to make a video out there and I couldn't find my phone in the van. I thought I left it at the shop, then I found the phone in the van. So it fell down, I didn't see it. But the flea market is pretty much set up. I'll make a video tomorrow just kind of showing. I got to sell a few items to get it the way I want it, but for the most part it's the way I want it. I'm gonna offer like 6 displays for $200, which is stupid cheap. But the whole thing is they got to get it out. So tonight I'm gonna load up a the China hutch from my mom's house. I'm loading that up, and another glass display just to take it out there to either use it or get rid of it. But that'll pretty much fill up the van tonight. And then tomorrow, my mom's old dining room table. I was going to use it here at my house, but I'm just going to take that up there and I'm going to use it as a table, you know, while it's up there, plus try to sell it. Yeah, so little thing, if y'all haven't heard about what's going on in Australia, the news is not going to report it, but man, there is some stuff going on. I mean, massive lockdowns. You can't talk with your own neighbor. People going to jail for, you know, just idiocy. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. You know, and I'm sure whoever's living in New York and California, they can relate a lot with what's going on with Australia. But man, they have lost their minds over there. Not the people, but the government. So, and like I don't even watch the news anymore. I just go on, you know, certain people, listen to what they have to say, and then, you know, pick what I think is right and what's wrong. Oh, and the guy Ben Davison I was talking about a while ago, I kind of want to make a video about what he's doing, but he is actually going, him and a few of his members on his team is straight up going against NASA and winning. Like, NASA wrote this nasty article about him, and he says, okay, let's play devil's advocate. Let's say they're actually right, which they're not. Here's their argument. They're idiots, you know, and I mean, he actually says, line item, here is the paper that they reference, and he says, this is what the paper actually says, here it is highlighted for you, you know. And but he's a climate scientist. He literally wrote the book on solar activity. It is the Weatherman's Guide to the Sun by Ben Davison. And I mean, when I say he knows what's going on, he literally wrote the book on it. So, but yeah, he's a pretty good guy. And so far, I have not seen anything that, you know, makes me think that he don't know what he's talking about. Anyways, let's see. Current events. I think that's about it for right now. But got the my office cleaned out. Tinkerbell, my cat, my old cat, she had an episode last night and just puked up all over the place, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on with her. I think Monday I might take her down, but she's a very old cat. In fact, I got her. There was a job over on University up by the college. I think it's River Road or River Oaks. It's somewhere up North University. You know, where you up by where you head to, like Player Way and the boat ramp and all that, back up in the cut there. And a Mexican family that was there, and they had a garage, roll-up garage door, and I was framing it in and putting it in a window. And that's where I met Tinkerbell. She was a little tiny kitten, about that big. And whenever I talked to the owner, I was like, listen, I was like, I really don't want a cat. And what's funny is the whole time that I was working, all the other kittens ran away. And Tinkerbell sitting there just stared at me, and I was like, oh shit. You know how you just know. So, but yeah, I got her on that job there, and pretty much she's been with me, well, she has been with me the whole entire time. And now that I'm getting out of the business, she's getting out too. So, but yeah, that's gonna suck. Anyway, but yeah, Panenthius is still doing okay. Her and Tink still don't get along, but you know, they kind of tolerate each other. But, and gotta clean up my yard. I'm sitting here in the backyard, and this is my Florida backdrop. No CGI needed, no green screens. But I still gotta finish tearing down the fence and getting rid of that. And had a little incident, a security incident, a couple nights ago over at my shop. Nothing big, but guys pulling on door handles, seeing what's unlocked. I saw them and just waited to see if they were going to walk around back, but they just did it and they kept on walking. I called the police, let them know, but they never showed up, never did a report. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that we have a police force. I love the fact that there are people that are willing to go out and protect others. But here lately, fuck the police, man. They're not doing their damn job. They don't give a shit, and all they do is, for whatever reason, walk around entitled. And I wish that wasn't true. I wish, yeah, I mean, it's dealing with a cop right now is the same thing as dealing with a black woman that lives on, you know, all the government benefits. They just don't give a shit. Everything's handed to them. You know, nothing matters except for them. And that's stereotype, and I will concede that not all black, when I think about the couple of cops that I've ran into lately, they remind me of that one personality that is portrayed in black television shows as the entitled bitch. So, you know, and if you know certain shows, you know what I'm talking about, you know. Most of them are from the 80s and the 90s. But it is what it is, I guess. And like I said, I'm not trying to single out any particular. It's a broad statement to try getting a point across. Hate me if you want. I don't care anymore. I don't think anybody's really cared. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to that is literally just checking out of society. I mean, and I talked with people, you know, friends, family. I've talked with them on how many people are selling their homes, getting an RV, and I don't even know where the hell they're going. I mean, I don't know if there's another place in America that you can go to that's less regulated than Florida. So where the hell are you guys going? But there is so many people that are just done. I mean, I'm done. I'm done dealing with, you know, customers that have lost the Karens, if you know the terminology. But the people have lost their damn minds. You know, and I mean, I'm not really a religious person, I mean, if I was to categorize myself, which I hate to do, but if I was, I would say I was Judeo-Christian, which means I believe a little bit more about the Old Testament than I do the New Testament. I would say I was Jewish, but I don't think I can be Jewish unless I'm born into it or something like that. Or I heard there's a whole kind of process, but I'm debating whether I want to say something on this video or dedicate a whole video to it. You know what? Hell with it. I'm going to say it. Jesus was here. He was a bad sucker. Bad in a good way. He did a lot of things to help people, and he promoted Christianity to where it is today. But I have a little feeling he may not have been the only one. If so, it's very selfish of God just to put one guy in one spot and condemn the rest of the world. If that's the case. So I'm not saying he's not from God. I do believe he is a supernatural being. But a lot of religions have some pretty bad people in their stuff that kind of do the same thing. So I'm going to make a more detailed video later on once I get my editing skills. Oh, I tried doing the editing on the last video. I just gave up and just posted the whole entire thing. But I tried to do a couple things on it, and I'm not ready. I think, I'm sure they got to do some kind of class somewhere that I could take. I just watched another YouTube video. Watching YouTube videos to make YouTube videos so you can sit there and watch YouTube videos. The inception is real. Talked with a guy today, one of the guys who bought the door, and he threw down a number of $110,000 to buy all my doors. It's a little on the light side, but I think I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna go through and do a count of what I can see and the stuff that's visible and say, okay, you know, I'm gonna go through pictures of the doors that I bought and stuff like that and say, you know, and I went and got pricing on all the jambs and all the doors and, you know, hinges and things like that. And I'm gonna say, okay, here's the deal. I may counter an offer, you know, just to see where he's out. Ow. I'm sitting on the edge of my trailer and it hurts my butt. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and take, I mean, I don't really, it's not even about the money. Like, yes, I do want money, but at this point, to get the money, fix my teeth, fix the unicorn, you know, pay off what little tiny bit is still owed on my house. Even if I lose money, I'm still winning in a way. But I think I'm going to take the offer. Now, there's a good chance that he's 100% blowing smoke up my behind. That's fine too. If he does, then I'm still going to do plan A. And I sold the ice cream truck and sprinkles, the white one in the back and the little blue ice cream truck. Sold it for less than I wanted. But he's the guy's up in, I think, Michigan. So he's going to, he's setting up transport and everything else. And I told him, I was like, listen, I was like, I'm not doing no checks. I'm not doing no Cash App things. I said, here's the deal. When the driver gets here, you have him give me cash, and then you give him money whenever he delivers it. I said, that's the way I'm doing it. I said, I don't trust none of these checks that, you know, in 30 days become void or whatever. So I was like, you know what? Unless he has a same bank there, then we'll talk about that. I don't know, but pretty much I want cash in my hand. I'm not accepting no checks, nothing like that. Not from anybody. I mean, he is in my Facebook group, so, you know, it's not like some random guy that well, still a random guy I don't know, but he's in my Facebook group for AeroMates. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. And I got another one of my vans sold as soon as I find the keys. So I'm gonna, once I get done loading up the truck, I'm gonna go hunt some keys. He's gonna buy one of my vans for $600, and then I got two guys interested in another van for $800. So yeah, that'll get rid of 4 vans, and then it's just a monster. I'll probably pull the camouflage one around back, and then yank the trailer out and get that done too, which I was going to see if a friend of mine wanted the trailer. See how I'm just rambling now? Like, I don't think about these damn videos. I don't write down things. I just shoot it from the hip. It's about the realest shit on the internet, man. And the one thing that I can promise you on any of my videos, I will tell you what I know to be the truth. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying what I say is, you know, the end all, you know, of everything, but I like to think I know one or two things. At least one or two. But yeah, and oh man, this damn, going back on the government for a split second. Like, I want to rent out my house, but man, these people are crazy. Like, free rent for everybody. I'm like, what the hell, man? You know, here's a conspiracy theory thing that is most likely incorrect, but it's you know, it's a gut check thing. It's just, when I see it, I was like, you know. And tell me what y'all think about this. If you made it this far in the video, just tell me what you think about this one thing. But you have all these apps to where you can just sell your house on an app. You know, we'll cut you a check. And like Opendoor, I know is one of them, or Nextdoor or something like that. They got these little apps where they, you know, we'll just buy your house from you straight up, no problem. Go look at the board directors on some of these companies. A lot of Chinese people. A lot of you know, a lot of Chinese people on the board on the board. I'm not saying that this is anything bad. I'm just saying where they're getting their money from. And it's probably, even if it's American thing, that's fine too. So be it. But it just okay. Let's back up for a second. You remember 3-4 years ago, every 20 minutes there was a, you know, Ancestry, 23andMe, let's get your DNA, you know, let's tell everything about you. We're going to find out everything. We're going to find family members for you. We're going to find out when you're going to die and what you're going to die from. We know everything. You know, COVID comes out. They do the little nose swabby thing. You don't ever hear about 23andMe or, hey, let's go get your DNA anymore, huh? Can't say that I have. Truth be told, I don't watch as much normal television, so they may still be out there. I'm just saying, I haven't seen one at the regularity that it used to. So, was 23andMe and all these things backed by the government? I have no idea. But they're monitoring DNA and getting inventory of people's DNA. I would assume that the government has, you know, a key to the back door. I would guess that, because if I was the government, I'd be like, hey, y'all need some startup money? Y'all need some tax discounts? We don't want to do nothing nefarious. We just want to just take a peek. That's all. You know. So here's all these, going back to the home thing, here's all these companies saying, we'll buy your house no matter what. And all these real estate agents, even if it don't sell, we'll buy it. And I've been in real estate for a while, and that's not a normal practice. So maybe the market is doing so good that, you know, they're not sweating it. But for a company to invest and hold on to, you know, tangible property on a possibility of a bubble with the economy tanking and everything else, that's a ballsy move. You know, to tie up liquid money into property, especially since no one can really get paid on renting the house. Wait a minute, all these people not getting paid renting, how are they covering their mortgage? Oh wait, they're selling their homes too. Oh yeah. So you have all these people being pressured into selling or being forced into selling your home. What's the one good thing, not other than the Second Amendment, what's one good thing about America? You have property rights. So if no one owns property, what kind of rights do you have? No matter what, I ain't selling my house. Like I said, by the end of the year, it'll be paid off. It's not much. It's literally, it's called a cracker home. It's a little cracker home. But that's the terminology for this style house, 1953. And I bet y'all don't know where the term cracker came from. It's actually a thing from Florida, born and raised right here in Florida, Central Florida to be precise. But Florida has some of the biggest cattle ranches in America, bigger than Texas. I don't think in cattle head. Maybe it's either head or size. I forget what. No, I think it's head of cattle. Florida has more head of cattle than Texas. Google it, you can find out. But Florida is pretty up there when it comes to cattle ranching. And one of the things that the Florida cowboys did is instead of saying yeehaw and throwing a hat around, they had whips, and they cracked the whip to rustle cattle. And that's where the term crackers is. A cracker is someone who basically gets the cattle to go where it wants by cracking a whip. And that's where we get term cracker. And these homes were built in the 50s when the ranch was exploding here in Florida because you had all this swampland. And they said, yep, a cow will work on that. And that's what they did. So a lot of people don't, I mean, a lot of it's getting bought up and being turned into condos and home neighborhoods. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with the home part, but yeah, they're getting turned into neighborhoods, and you know, starting in the low 400s. I'm sure you've seen one or two of them sides. But yeah, that's again, a little off the subject, bit of information. But no, it does. You know, I did a couple of things. Like I looked at some of the main, the head people, and I think there's 2 or 3 Chinese people at Open Door. I did a little bit of a deep dive on Eric. I think it's Eric Wu or something Wu. His last name was Wu. I don't remember his first name. For some reason, Eric Wu is in my head, but I don't think that's his name. I know the last name's Wu. But yeah. He actually seems a little bit of a conservative person, but it's kind of hard to tell on some of his tweets, and you know, just kind of trying to find out what kind of people are running some of these companies. And if you ever want to know the truth about anything, follow the money. Money never lies. That's the one thing. Money does not lie. It will change the way it looks. It'll do good things and bad things, but it'll never lie. Yeah. But I'm going to pray for the people in Afghanistan. Hopefully they get out of there safely. For those who need to be out, those who want to create terror, I hope you stay there and rot in the hell that you're in. In fact, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but you know, a lot of people don't understand what Afghanistan is. And you know, Afghanistan in itself is not a great country. But if you've ever played Risk, Afghanistan's once you get to where you're a certain part of the board, Afghanistan's a really strategic place. Russia, China, and the Middle East. Like a home base for all 3 of them. And America was squatting there for 20 years. And I'm not going to get into the opinion of whether we should have been there and not should have been there. And, you know, I don't want to see anybody die for any reason except for natural causes. But I do not agree with pulling out and leaving, you know, any person there. I'm not saying they need to come here. You know, there's a lot of interpreters that are two-faced, you know, that they'll just as soon kill us as soon as they get an opportunity. But the Americans over there, the, you know, Native Americans that come from here, that, you know, went over there to help do things, they need to be brought back, all of them, safely. Just poor management. That's what it was. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's Biden's fault. It's the people who were actually doing the job, or the people who were told not to do their job. Well, no, hold on. The people who was telling people not to do their job. Yeah. I think you know what I meant. All the bad people, it's their fault. All the good people are fine. So, tomorrow and Sunday is another full day at the market. I'll be all hot and sweaty and nasty again, and then probably Monday I might go help out this old lady. She's been asking me to help her out, and probably go over there and do that. And then one of my neighbors across the, well, one of my mom's neighbors across the street, just not really understanding what's, you know, the new normal. She don't get out much, so I'm gonna go over there and kind of guide her. And I don't really want to get over there and start working, but I'm gonna hopefully meet up with someone who does want to do the work, and kind of just make sure that he's on the up and up, and at least make sure she don't get ripped off, you know. So I'm gonna go over there and assist her in her purchase. She kind of told me what's going on. I told her, I was like, it's not a bad price as long as he does the work properly. So I just want to kind of have a little 10-minute chat with him. You know, I thought about starting a business a while back, kind of like a home advisor. I mean, I've studied the law. I'm technically a non-practicing licensed home inspector. I'm a licensed contractor. You know, I know all the rules of how people cheat and how people get ripped off. And, you know, I mean, even the best guy has a bad day. So I can't sit here and say, well, this guy is a guaranteed good job. But I could say, this person is guaranteed not a legit person for the job you want. And I thought about doing like a home advisor things where I could say, okay, here's what to ask a plumber or an electrician when you have a problem. This is what the insurance form looks like. You know, I talked to this one Bosnian guy one time, and he had licensed and insured, brand new truck, brand new tools, everything. Like, he just got his Home Depot credit card and maxed it out on stuff, and came up on a job, and he's like, I'm an AC guy. You know, and I'm sitting there, and every single thing he was unwrapping. I mean, he needed pliers, he was unwrapping them. And I talked with the homeowner. I was like, hey, where'd you find this guy? Oh, he sent me flyers and stuff like that. So I went over, and after talking with the homeowner, I said, hey, are you licensed or insured? He goes, yeah. I was like, well, it's not on your truck. I was like, you know it's supposed to be on your truck. He's like, I'm not going to put my license number on the truck. I was like, why not? I was like, it's on my truck. He's like, that's not your driver's license number. I said, well, let me see. What do you mean by... He had automotive insurance in his driver's license, and he was advertising as a licensed insured contractor. So, yeah, don't ever think that somebody, just because they have a new truck or something like that. I mean, looking at a truck is a good idea, but when everything's brand new, that's a huge red flag. You know, and then at the same time, like when I was working, I had a nice clean truck. It was lettered, all my tools. And people were like, well, how do I know? I show them a picture of the map of all the work I've done. I say, these are the jobs I've done in Jacksonville. And I says, if you really want to know what kind of person I am, come out and look at my truck. They're like, what? I was like, come out and look at my truck. And I opened the back of my truck. I was like, I do doors and windows. This truck is for doors and windows. I don't do anything else. And they're like, oh, okay, you're hired. You know, because I told them, I was like, it's like, I've seen guys pull up on a job, and you can tell they're handymen. And there's some good handymen, not talking nothing bad about them. In fact, there's one particular one I'm thinking of right now. He's a great guy, but damn, his truck is always messed up. I was like, dude, how are you getting jobs when your truck looks like this? And he has a good reputation, but, you know, it just, there's certain time when you look at his truck, you're like, I don't even see how you can do work, because you can't find shit. But he is a decent guy. He's a good guy, you know, and I'm not going to say anything bad about him. But I think every time I've seen the back of a truck, I've said something. I don't think I've ever let it go. So, anyways, it's about to get, sun is starting to set. I'm having a little thinking session in my head now. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's kind of hard to do a little play-by-play on what I'm doing. I want to do something, you know, build something small, do like a little 30-minute how-to video, something. I live streamed on Twitch, had 2 viewers. Yay. One of them, what the fuck is this? Says, I'm working here. I was just cleaning up the office and just trying to find some people to talk to. But I want to get on Twitch and, like, you know, do like a couple hours just playing a little game and just try to, you know, I don't know what I want to do. I do want to find some way I can help people, though. The problem is I have a way of helping people in the worst possible. Like, I help them, but I do it in the most abstract way to help people. Well, that's interesting. A weird truck just drove by. Yep. But y'all have a wonderful weekend. I will probably put a couple of short little videos and updates on what happens out at the market. Ow, mosquito. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'll definitely do a video tomorrow. And then I think that's it. And you know what? I think I've been talking on this so long that I think I might have missed my dinner place. I think they close at 8. Oh well. Grinding on the diet a little bit more. Yeah, my diet is all screwed up. And you know what? I'm done. I'm done talking. Peace, love, money. Have a great weekend. I'm out.